whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long, but I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at and turn it back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
Hi. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because my audio is giving me a little bit of a hard time. And let me know if you're here, because I'm going off my cell phone tonight, because my computer is just like, we're getting ready to turn off your computer, and it's been saying that for a while now. So, hey, everybody. I got some new decks. And I'm excited to share them and use them today with you guys. So if you want to share it out, or please share it out, hit the like buttons and all the stuff. Hello, Anna Hickson. How are you? I'm opening them. I can't even wait. I mean, I have already peeked at them, but I have not looked at them. So, tag your friends, tag your family, tag the people that you don't like that you think need a spiritual kick up the ass. But let me know if you can hear me, because I need to know if my audio is acting funky. I'm doing all right. Happy Lionsgate Portal. It's 8/8, and I actually hit the go live button at 8:08. And earlier today, I pulled cards for myself and got 3 8. I was like, that's interesting. That's not synchronistic at all, Spirit. And this one incense is like, I don't really feel like lighting. I didn't leave it lit very long now. We'll see if that does anything. But let me know that you're here. Say hi in the comments. There we go. Now all 3 are going. And there should be a little link somewhere on the intro that says that if you want StreamYard to give you permission to use your name, then there's a little link that you got to click. So do that. Also, if you've never been here before, welcome to the Pendulum's Path. My name is Natalie, and I'm a psychic medium. I welcome everybody of all shapes, sizes, colors, and stuff. Whatever, doesn't matter. As long as you're here, I'm glad. If anybody wants a reading tonight, all you got to do is ask nicely. That's really about it. What's shaking tonight? Oh, hi. I'm like, hold on a second. There is a lot going on in that statement right there. There is a lot going on in that statement, and I've only been on for not even 4 minutes. Well, now 4 minutes. Let me pause on that one just a second. You might have to copy and paste it, but let me get into the stuff for just a sec. So welcome to the 8th of the 8th. That's kind of fun. And as I just said a little bit ago, I pulled a whole bunch of 8s earlier in my cards, and it's been an interesting day. I've also been, if laughter is the best medicine, then my back should be healed by tomorrow. My sides hurt from giggling so much over the past 12 hours. I even woke up laughing at how ridiculous, the ridiculous amount of laughter that came out of me. I was laughing about that this morning when I woke up. So that was fun. Yeah, definitely needed to get out some feelings. If it hasn't been comedy, it's been music. I've been obsessing over one band in particular. Like, cannot get enough of them. Hey, Kayla, how are you, my queen, my fellow queen? I got my crown sitting right up there, girl. And is that Mish? Because that sounds like Mish. Facebook user, but I have a feeling that that is Mish Maven. Correct me if I am wrong. Yeah. But yeah, the whole music thing, I've just been like, that's been great. That's been fantastic. I love it. I'm obsessed. I do that though. I get on like music binges. I'll either go through like my whole playlist like 900 times in a row, to the point of like memory, and then I get excited about what's coming up unless I hit the shuffle button. But now I'm like solely obsessed with like one band in particular. So yeah, the ones that you sent help. But right now, Shannon, I am obsessed with the Nicotine Dolls. Obsessed. Truly obsessed. I've had goosebumps. Like, I'm just obsessed. Like, repeat the same song over and over and over again. I'm in love with the whole band, everything. So yeah, that's been my current like addiction. That's been my current addiction. It's not hurting anybody, and my child has been looking at me like I am just absolutely bonkers, because just before I came on here, I was singing into a kitchen spoon. Karaoke style and everything. I have absolutely no shame. I do not care. I guess that kind of happens when you grow up on a stage. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's what happens. Seriously, and I have got some stories about my mom that, I mean, I have, the bar is set so high, Shannon. My mom really set the bar high for like the embarrassment level. So I have got some serious planning to do. I really do. But I've unleashed my own shenanigans in the world. So, and they've been some pretty good ones. One of my favorite shenanigans was getting the ultimate Rickroll, Shannon. I performed the ultimate Rickroll. And I may have said this once before, but growing up, my mom was absolutely, and still is, in love with Rick Astley, the early 1990s pop superstar. She had a poster that we had in the kitchen, and she put it at the exact height that he was, and she would kiss it every single morning. You know, embarrassment. And fast forward like all these years and all of these like, you know, decades of fawning over him. One day I kind of hacked into my mom's Facebook account, and I messaged him on his Facebook account, and I was like, it's probably just going to be some admin that gets it. But I told him, like, my mom was going through a really hard time. It was her birthday. Told him all about the poster, yada yada yada. Months later, my mom calls me and she's like, "What have you done?" And I was like, recently? Or like, what are we talking about here? And she's like, "What did you do? You know exactly what I'm talking about. What did you do?" And I was like, "I really literally have no idea what you're talking about." And she goes, "Did you message Rick Astley?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I did do that. Yeah, I did that like, I don't know, like September, maybe? Something like that." And she's like, and you didn't tell me? And I was like, "Well, no, because I didn't think anything was going to happen with it. Why?" And she's like, "He messaged me back." And I was like, personally? And yeah, he had written like this whole thing. So my mom got like the ultimate Rickroll because of me. Come on, we proved him. We'll talk. Yeah, it was quite funny. It was quite hilarious. So tonight, I bought 2 new decks for myself, and I'm quite excited about these. So I got 2 new Oracle decks, which I think this now makes 21 decks that I have in my possession. 21 decks, and that's a mixture of tarot and Oracle. But I purchased the Practical Magic Oracle deck and the Earthbound Oracle deck. And I have them right here. This is the back of the Earthbound. This is the back of the Practical Magic deck. I have peeked at them, like I peeked at them, but I haven't even shuffled them yet. Yeah, like exactly, like that's like, what are you insinuating? What have I done? I was like, what haven't I done? I was like, that is a loaded question, and I don't know what you are referring to, so give me a clue. But also around that time, I'd also planned this. I can't talk today. I had done a surprise birthday party for her. I took her out to like a country western thing because she wanted to learn how to dance, something like that. And then I ended up inviting like a whole bunch of my mom's friends, and she had no clue they were already there. It was really fun. So yeah, I like surprising people. I like surprising people. So with the Practical Magic deck, they have in the beginning some cards that tell you, like, there's some spreads on there. There's like witches self-care spread. There's an inner witch check-in. That's a cool one. Elements of earth, air, fire, and water. So we've got those guys. We've got new moon and full moon connections there as well, and then just like a little intro card there. So I'm excited. I do like Oracle decks. I think they're fun, and I like using them together. So let's just see what kind of happens tonight. Let's see. Let me check my messages here real quick. Hold on. Empty that out. Cool. Neat. All right. Let me get my little charger here so that I'm not ending up struggling at the end of the night going, I only have like 10% left on my phone, because that will be me. That is me constantly. Let's plug this in here. There we go. Let's see if that does anything, or at least saves me some energy tonight, maybe. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kayla. Yes, I can see your comments. Just make sure you hit the share button or invite people in. The more the merrier. I realize like a lot of parents are like panicking over school starting and all of that stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we can get some guidance in for all of that. So if anybody wants a reading tonight, as it is the Lionsgate portal, send me little lion emojis. And then we'll pull some cards. I'm just going to shuffle the heck out of these guys here. And we'll see what kind of comes out for everybody. Nice. Hello, hello. So as I said, send me some lion emojis, and then I will pull cards for you. Well, there goes my computer now. Pretty much the same message came out for me twice. That's funny. Two different decks. Like two of the same words came out. Two different decks. A lion, like the big cat. A lion. Let's go for Kayla. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through for Kayla. All right. You know, it's so funny. I was just like, I'm like, she's been doing charms or like enchanting or something along those lines. And then that literally came out in these cards. So the very first card that comes out in this, Kayla, and you're going to be like the second person since I just pulled for me, is the card of Amethyst, which I already feel that you are strongly connected to. Amethyst, the color purple, Amethyst itself. But this is about courage. It says acceptance on here, but I'm focusing on courage. And then the next card that comes out is the Witch's Boots, which is about stability, okay? And I feel like that this next journey that you are kind of leaping into against your will, but it's not against your will. It's like, it's a life thing. Like you're being forced out of your comfort zone, okay? And you're looking for a definitive answer on whether or not things are going to be okay. All right. So all the divination that you've been doing and all the enchanting that you've been doing to ensure safety, protection, and stability is going to work. However, I would advise you to work on your own inner strength and maybe putting a circle of protection around yourself. If that makes sense as well. So not just focusing on trying to help everybody else around you, take some of that energy for yourself as well and make sure that you are stable so that you can create stability for everybody else around you as you're going into like these changes. Again, as I say, like against your will, but it's not against your will. It's just like life. It's just like, come along. It's time to grow. It's time to learn. All those things. Let's see, with the Earthbound Oracle. Okay, so we've got reflect, all right? And this is like reflection on growth and reflection on change. You can see like there's like 3 different colors here. This is like my first time using this. But there's like 3 different colors. So it's like as things are changing, and even as fall is coming as well, you'll be noticing how much you are reflecting or how much you have reflected even just on like the past like 4 months. And then comes this card of growth as well. And it's like, this growth cannot be contained in a bottle. You got to let that cork out because this is just going to become a contained terrarium. And terrariums always remain really teeny tiny and really, really small. And that's just not the way that things can be. So get re-grounded. I want to say, like, you can climb this mountain, even though it seems insurmountable. Even if, like, I don't know if you've been casting bones as well, if that makes sense, or if you've been working with bones as well. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does. Because, as I said, this is the first time I've used this deck, so I don't know. Let me know if it does. Let me know if it does. The card of protect just flew out, Kayla. So I hope that that makes sense. Let me know if it does. I hope that it does. I think it does. We're going to be strong, okay? Because I have a feeling I'm going through the same thing. Like, we just registered my kid for school. And it's like, you know, she was going into kindergarten right when the pandemic hit, and the schools were like, nope, so you got to homeschool. And it's like, how do you homeschool a kindergartner? And then first grade hit, and then second grade, we're like, nah, let's do it again. And then third grade, we're like, might as well just continue. And now we're like, nope, off you go. Change has to happen. No more excuses. Sorry. Airing out my own personal shit. I just looked at the time. It said 2020. That's funny. Hello, my friend Rachel. How are you, darling? How are you? Now we're just going to throw cards out as soon as Rachel shows up. That's cool. I know she's like a force to be reckoned with, but dang. You know, 1 year of homeschooling was enough. Yeah, we started with kindergarten, which is just like basically how to teach children how to be social beings. And it's like, how do you do that when you're being told don't be social? That was fun. We got the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and do re mi's out the way. So, alrighty, drop a lion emoji. Or if you don't want to be noticed on public forums, you can send me a private message. You did 5th grade and you're like, I'm done. Yeah, 5th grade is a rough it's a rough year. I remember it well. When I moved to America, I was entering into the 4th grade when we got here. So that was fun. Going from like private boarding school in the UK to public. I was like, that's fabulous. Just what I needed. All right, drop lion emojis. And as like, I'm just going to write the word lion. Okay. Anna, as I was shuffling, this card of tea comes out, and the message at the bottom of that is inner wisdom. And I feel like that you might be ignoring your own sense of inner wisdom, or like what you should do here. Like, you know what you should do, okay? But you are afraid with the Death Watch Beetle. This is for the Practical Magic deck, Oracle deck. So anybody who's watched the movie Practical Magic will know about that. Hi, babe, I just saw your message. So this fear that you have, it's like you can feel it coming, and you don't want it to happen. You're trying everything in your power to make sure it doesn't. But no matter what, there is this blood bond. Well, I don't want to say blood bond, but there is a connection in your life that is maybe reckless. It may be even somebody coming back into your life, or it might, I feel like it's a cycle. Okay. It might even just be a cycle. I do feel like that there is an opportunity for you to find a sense of peace and tranquility, but you've got to accept that beetle. Like, no matter what, that beetle is already chirping and letting you know that, like, that anxiety or that fear or that big doom tower moment that, like, you're like, it's definitely coming, it's definitely coming, it's definitely coming. Well, yeah, it's coming. There's not much that you can do about that. Then comes the card of failure with the Oracle deck, like this burnt out moth. Okay, like you got too close to the flame. All right. After that happens comes the card of healing. Once you've healed, then you can kind of spread your wings and transform, but don't be resistant to it just because you are afraid. All right. You might need to do some like shadow work, and I use that term loosely, but it's like you're stuck between the good and the bad here, trying to see the good in things. But ultimately, I feel like that this person might be a snake, as the card of deceit says. I hope that makes sense for you. Diamond and a flag next to your name. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, diamond and flag. I don't know. I think that they are Facebook things. Like some of them are like if there's a flag that has like a 1 or a 2 or a 3, means that you've been following me for that many years. I'm not sure what diamond is. Too many buttons. Rachel's like, there's just too many buttons. They're under the animals. Or send me a cat. But I have no idea because I can't see that on there. But these are some cute decks. I like them, and I hope that that makes sense for you. What better way to break a new deck in than sharing it with the masses? Okay, let's go. Hold on. Okay, neat. Those kind of say the exact same thing. Wow, that incense is now burning way faster than I thought. Anyway, so Rachel, for too many buttons there. We've got this card of Purify. It's Rosemary and it's Purify. And I would like to say that, like, you might need to purify your mind a little bit if you're feeling a bit clouded in the mind. Also, you have absolutely every ability to manifest everything that you need. Okay, your cup is literally there, it's ready to go. I just feel like there's just a few things just kind of getting in the way that are preventing you from taking those little next steps. And it's like red tape. It's what I'm seeing. So I don't know if red tape makes sense for you. But I do feel like if you start reaching out to your divine connections, or even start manifesting with some clear quartz, things are going to start changing for you. Okay. This card of candle here is the card of rest. And I do feel like if you are feeling kind of burnt out due to stress and worry and all of that stuff, this card of cauldron is saying that there is going to be a big transformation coming your way. Now, with the Earthbound Oracle, we've got obfuscate, which is like things that are hidden. It's the opposite of illuminate, is obfuscate. So with all the stuff that is hidden right now that's getting you all worried and tongue-tied, get regrounded, okay? You're not necessarily in new territory, but this is kind of new territory, but there is going to be a big swift change coming in, especially with this air card. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before things start like heating up and start getting a bit more active for you with that fire card. So I hope that that makes sense for you. Hope it makes sense. Let me know if it does. Or if it doesn't. Mickey. Nikki. Nikki. I was not aware, but thank you for telling me. And I know that you're just like bust out laughing just now. Hey, Kayla, don't worry about it because you'll be able to go back and watch the replay. All right. So you won't lose the reading. They stay up forever unless Facebook decides to take it down or whatever. But you can watch it either on YouTube or Facebook. It'll be up there. Okay. So you can go back and rewind it and then rewatch it. Okay. So don't panic about whether or not you missed it. Okay. 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 Neat. So, Arica, Rachel's like, all makes sense. Neat. Also, Rachel, has there been a raven around you recently? Or have you seen ravens? Have you seen a raven? Ravens. Ravens are a thing. Ravens are a thing. Don't know why. Ravens are a thing. Arica. There you are. Okay, so first of all, okay, short and sweet. Okay, short and sweet. This dude, okay, John. Is it John? Is it John? Do we know if it's John? Do you know if it's John? I don't know why, but it was like John. I was like, got it. Also, have you used the spirit box? Like you've heard him come through like audibly on a machine or something along those lines? Fun. There is. He's protecting himself from the healing work that he has to do in order for him to leave. And when I say like in order for him to leave comes the air card, which is like, air travel, all of that stuff. Okay. But it's like this little injured soul here. I feel like there's some swords or arrows, whatever. He's got some stuff that he's got to work through, which is why he's still like, he's not willing to like allow himself to be unlocked. Now, moving on into here, you've done so much divination work. You've done like not divination work, but like inner wisdom, inner channeling. Okay. But I do feel like you've got to call on a few more people in order to get your sacred space back again. Okay. The more the merrier kind of thing. I even feel like the number 6 is a thing. Look out for ravens, Rachel. This blood bond comes out with connections, so I do feel like that, like you need to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but like not really, but also yes, okay. I do feel like that you have a connection with him, like you are very connected to him, okay. Also, the fact that you have failed or the fact that what you've done has not worked has changed your belief system a little bit. Start believing in the impossible again. All right, like this is even representative of like the star card, as well. Like there's this like it's like having hope, having faith, all of that stuff, and then comes card of change. Okay, you had his daughter come in. Okay, you might need to do it again or get other people involved in a circle. I know you are. I know you're over it. I would be too. I would be too. I mean, my grandparents had somebody in their house. Like my grandfather had a pretty high tech security system for like the year that he had it. But at nighttime, the way that the security system was set up is that like every single door on the lower level had an alarm on it, and it would even signify which door had been opened if you had opened it. So it would announce like which door had been opened. And the doors were really heavy wooden doors in the UK with big rattly knobs and everything. And you would be upstairs and you could audibly hear which door was opening and closing, knowing full well the alarm was set, everybody was upstairs, and everyone was fast asleep. That you could hear doors opening and closing downstairs. It's just like, it is just crazy. So yeah, and my grandfather was like calling the police, multiple times because you could hear the doors opening and closing, but there was nobody there, and the alarm was not going off. Okay. Let's where'd that one go? That's interesting that you get air twice. Okay. So we've got this card of gift right here, and that's paired with this card of transformation. So you are ready for transformation in your gifts. You might even just be curious about what your gifts are, but there's this card of fear here that is either like, I might be a little bit hesitant about what I'm doing or what I'm getting into or what it is that I'm receiving. This card of air comes out twice for you. I have picked you. You're up on my screen. Okay. You've got air twice. Okay. So you are going to go through what I feel is going to be a rapid transformation. Like you're going to take flight with your gifts. But the gifts that you possess are a reflection of your own sense of self. Okay. You do have magical capabilities. You do have magical gifts. Okay. But the consequences that you fear, I feel like you've got way more control over that than you give yourself credit for. You're aware of who you are and what you can do. You're at home with who you are and what you can do. It's just you've got to get comfortable with opening up your eye, okay, or opening up your eyes, okay. Start creating a little bit of a deeper bond with yourself or with your spiritual team through meditation or whatever work it is that you do. But that's what I feel for you. Those are flying everywhere. Goodness. Throwing everything. Okay. For Jamal, it looks like your ex is in a state of protection at this moment or trying to protect themselves, and you're being advised to maybe go on a new journey or entertain new terrain, okay? Take the wisdom that you have from the past, okay? Like there are lessons that you have learned or the lessons that you can learn from there. But it looks to me like with this new moon here that there is a new beginning coming your way and that you should be working on healing rather than trying to do reckless things in order to get them back or in order to manifest them back into your life. So if you are trying to manifest them back into your life, I have a feeling that what you're going to get back is not what you are wanting. In fact, you're going to get back a toad instead of what you want. Okay, so you're not going to be met with beauty. You're going to be met with something that you didn't want to have on your front step. So I would advise to just continue moving forward because it doesn't look like they want to come back right now. Sorry about that. Perfect. Glad that makes sense for you. All right, who's next? Let me know. Nikki's like, me? Aren't you going to be booking with me tomorrow anyway? Maybe? Maybe? You're like, I just want to see what, like, the cards say. All right, so we've got this card of strength. You have the strength to get through this. And I know that I've said that like a bajillion times, but you do have the inner wisdom, the inner strength to get through this next big hurdle, okay? Earth element, grounding, grounding, grounding. I don't know how many times you've had the grounding card come out for you in the history that you and I have known each other, Nikki, but good God Almighty, if you don't figure it out soon. I'm just messing with you. But get regrounded, okay? Or do the extra work to get regrounded, okay? Balance. You can get yourself rebalanced, right? And even working with Tiger's Eye might actually help you a bit. I have some in my shop. Visit me at www.thependulumspath.com. Buy some today. Listen to the wisdom inside your own noggin, okay? Trust it is what I want to say, all right? Trust what your brain tells you, all right? Not the negative stuff, but like the answers. When the answers come, trust what the answers are, okay? There's a new cycle starting for you, Nikki, all right? And it's going to be a big, powerful one, all right? Use, when it comes to your connections, the creativity, the creativeness that you're doing right now, like all the colors and all that stuff that you're doing, is paying off, okay? And it's helping you to express yourself, like share your voice in a way, all right? Um, and it's also helping you gain more wisdom as well, all right? So I'm just gonna leave you with that because I'm not gonna give you too much because otherwise you're not gonna, I'm be like, well, you got your money's worth last night, didn't you? What is it with the bees? The bees. I keep hearing the bees. Covered in bees. I'm covered in bees. Eddie Izzard. Like, yep, and I'll see you tomorrow. You dream of stomping them. Well, if you see a bee tomorrow, I'm sure you'll be calling me. Be like, Natalie, there's a bee in my house. That would be funny. I mean, not funny that there would be a bee in the house, but, you know. You're like, I'm just going to book for the noon appointment. I'll see you then. That's a lot of fire energy. Good golly. Like, that was for Courtney. I'm like, we got the sun, fire, abundance. I'm like, dang. Boy, everyone's getting in their wisdom right now. That's cool. Okay, Courtney. All right, this big, like, fiery sun energy could even be a fire sign themselves, all right? Because we've got, like, fire sitting right here, okay? And you might be dealing with a lot of, like, fiery energy at this moment. And there might be even, like, a lot of stuff that's, like, being illuminated as well, okay? Know that, like, during all, like, this fiery energy or whatever this upheaval kind of feels like, you have the ability to persevere through it, okay? Even if you feel like you're a fish out of water right now and you feel like that you're struggling or stumbling or whatever it is that's going on with you right now, okay? But your emotions might be playing a bit too much into your decisions. So kind of take the blindfold off of yourself a little bit so that you can see things a little bit clearly and focus on what it is that you need to do within your home to bring like that sense of balance back. Also, when it comes to all of the signs that you've been getting, start believing that they are in fact signs. Okay? Start believing that they're actually signs. Because he's like, I'm sick and tired of sending them, and her just being like, he's sending them. Okay? All right? So believe in that. Okay? I do feel like with this full moon here, I'm like, there's like emotional stuff that's gone out of balance, and that balance can again be restored to you. Have a bit more confidence in that and listen to your own inner noggin. Okay, you have, with like this midnight margaritas here, like, what the truth is. The truth has already kind of sort of come out in a way. I feel like it's already been spoken. But like the communication that's going on this little phone tree here, it needs to be done in person. None of this like texting back and forth stuff, okay? But instead of lacking in confidence, maybe have a little bit more confidence. And this rose is also significant of he shows me getting down like on a knee and handing you and offering you a rose. Like mark it on the calendar kind of thing, or you could have marked it on the calendar, or you did mark it on the calendar, or you saw it on the calendar, and then your heart sank, or something. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if something like came up on the calendar that was like this time last year, or not like last year, but like putting it on the calendar. I don't know if that makes sense. Drop more comments. Let me know if you want a card or two. Or send me a private message and let me know if you don't want to do it publicly. Because some people do that too. I'm like, that's cool. Not everybody wants the business out there. Even though I do speak kind of in code. Try to be cryptic. I try to be. Oh, pregnancy pictures together. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that would be it then, wouldn't it? That would be it then. Let me see. I already answered them. Okay. So as it is 8/8, what is everybody manifesting right now? Are you manifesting right now? You should be. You want something, today's the day to go for it. Get a bay leaf out. I'm gonna. Let's do this, shall we? Let me pull for you here in just a sec. Yeah, a couple more. Why not? A completely different life. Completely different life. I was like, you're going to make me cry, Nikki. Stop right there. Stop right there. Well, that's kind of cool that all came out. That's neat. All right. Let's go there. All right, so we've got like some self-reflection going on, and this is all in like the heart space as well. All right, and I feel like that you are quite ready to quickly move on from what's creating a dark space in your heart. you have the ability to persevere through this, or you're going to persevere through this. And I even feel like with this little tadpole here, you are fully ready for transformation. You are ready to grow. You're ready to like burst out of like your little cage and just explode. Okay. Right now, where your energy is, you might need to take some time to recharge and get that light back again. Because I feel like that your candle was like all the way down here very, very recently. And this witch's hanging rope is all about protection. So I want you to like maybe work on protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your peace. And also with rosemary here, we're like purifying your space. Even getting a bundle of rosemary and burning that will also elevate the energy in your space as well. Because with this sparrow here, it's like any trouble that you've had in your space needs to, even though trouble may have ended, that energy is still lingering around you. So do what you can to rid your space and mind and all of that stuff from there. Okay. Auras comes out as well, which I want to say, like, I even want to say, like, even Reiki work would maybe help you with like all of these colors here as well. Also the card of observing. Instead of acting, spend a bit more time observing people's actions. Instead of reacting, observe what they are or how they are acting themselves. So I hope that makes sense for you. All right, 57 minutes. Doesn't even feel like it's been that long. Or at least I don't feel like I've been on here that long. I don't think I have. Time is an illusion, right? It sure as hell does. Well then. Be free, little tadpole. Be free, little tadpole. Just make sure you got some legs first, okay? And that might take a little bit of time before you've got those legs back, but you're gonna grow them, okay? And you're gonna hop on out of that freaking swampy ass pond and live your best frog life. As a poison dart frog, because anyone who touches you could die. Because why just be a garden frog? Be a poison dart frog. Seriously. Come on, people. I'm going to write on some bay leaves and I'm going to burn them. Do. I'm going to put protection for everybody. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool deal. I'm going to burn these now. These for bay leaves are fan freaking tastic, let me tell you, because burnt fingers are no joke. Like, no joke. Let's just, we can just layer some of these together, because why not? Add to the power, or just burn them all at once, because it gets it done faster. Salute. Fire, fire, fire. Well, this burned up really strong. I don't know if you caught that on the camera or not. I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, just don't burn my house down. You know, the little things. It's the little things like not burning your house down. Good gravy. Cool. Well, that's done. What's the tea, folks? Is there a limit on how many you can write on and burn? No. I even in my little mystery boxes, I include 3 bay leaves to write wishes on. So I give everybody 3 wishes in their mystery boxes because they're awesome and they're fantastic for quick manifestations. So if you got like a bunch of like little things or a bunch of really big things that you want to manifest, grab a bay leaf, grab a permanent marker or alcohol-based marker, because using a I was going to say using a biro, but that is a British term. Using a, oh my God, ballpoint pen. You would think after all these years, the British would have left me. But after, I usually use a Sharpie, a black or a brown one, or a green one sometimes. It depends on what I'm manifesting. Putting them out faster than I'm actually, seriously. I just like knock them out and then I burn it and then I keep all of the ashes in here. There's some that are still kind of smoking in there, so I'm just gonna like make sure that those go out. But then those ashes will then go into my salt, and then that'll be it. All right, folks, we've been on here for about an hour, so I'm gonna bounce on out of here. All right, folks, have a wonderful night. I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.